cell. चलिए we'll understand its fundamental. Okay, fundamentals. Basically what is nanotechnology? What is nanotechnology? चलिए वर्ड को हम थोड़ा समझते हैं. नैनोटेक्नोलॉजी, नैनो मतलब क्या होता है? नैनो मीन्स होता है, अगर आप इसको देखेंगे तो 10 to the power -9 मीटर. ठीक है, 10 to the power -9 मीटर, इसका मतलब होता है नैनो. ठीक है, अगर मीटर स्केल में इसे हम देखते हैं सो इट इज़ 10 raised to the power -9 मीटर, इसका मतलब होता है नैनो. ठीक है, the properties that changes on reducing the size of a substance from macro to nano scale is called nano transformation. nano transformation मतलब क्या होता है? अगर हम किसी मैक्रो एलिमेंट्स को कट करके उसे अगर नैनो स्केल पे लेके आते हैं तो प्रॉपर्टीज़ भी चेंज होती है, सारी प्रॉपर्टीज़ चेंज होती है. ठीक है, उसको हम लोग नैनो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन कहते हैं. हम प्रॉपर्टीज़ को बाद में पढ़ेंगे. जैसे पहले देखते हैं, कंपैरिजन करते हैं. जो अगर ह्यूमन बॉडी है, अगर उसको मैक्रो स्केल पे देखा जाए तो इट इज़ अराउंड 2 बिलियन नैनोमीटर. ठीक है, यहाँ तक कि अगर जो ह्यूमन जो हेयर्स होते हैं उसको अगर हम नैनोमीटर पे कंपेयर करें तो इट इज़ अराउंड 75,000 नैनोमीटर. इट इज़ अराउंड 75,000 नैनोमीटर. ठीक है, और अगर हम डीएनए को कंसीडर करें तो इट इज़ 2 नैनोमीटर. आप देख सकते हैं जो हमारे हेयर है दैट इज इक्विवेलेंट टू 75,000 नैनोमीटर. 75,000 नैनोमीटर, तो सोचिए कितना छोटा होता है नैनोमीटर. ठीक है, ओके. हाउ स्मॉल इज द नैनोमीटर? हाउ स्मॉल इज द नैनोमीटर? हम लोगों ने सिंपल कंपैरिजन किया. जो ह्यूमन बॉडी है दैट इज इक्विवेलेंट टू 2 बिलियन नैनोमीटर. 2 बिलियन नैनोमीटर. ठीक है, जो अपना हेयर होता है दैट इज इक्विवेलेंट टू 75,000 नैनोमीटर, और जो डीएनए है दैट इज इक्विवेलेंट टू 2 नैनोमीटर. ठीक है, 2 नैनोमीटर. सो what is nanotechnology? What is nanotechnology? The technology that is dealing with this portion, this portion in the sense the technology which deals from 1 nanometer to 100 nanometer. ठीक है, अगर कोई भी प्रोडक्ट, ठीक है, कोई भी अगर टेक्नोलॉजी जिसमें हम जो 1 नैनोमीटर से 100 नैनोमीटर के बीच में काम करता है दैट इज आवर नैनो टेक्नोलॉजी. ठीक है, ठीक है. नाउ वी विल सी व्हाट इज नैनो टेक्नोलॉजी. ठीक है, ये हमने कहा 1 to 100 नैनोमीटर. ठीक है, 1 to 100 नैनोमीटर. इसमें जो भी प्रोडक्ट डेवलपमेंट होगा वो सब नैनो टेक्नोलॉजी के पार्ट है. जैसे हमने कहा नैनोबोट. ठीक है, अगर इसका हम डायमेंशन कंसीडर करते हैं, इफ़ यू आर कंसीडरिंग इट्स डायमेंशन देन इट शुड बी विद इन 1 to 100 नैनोमीटर. इफ इट इज़ लाइक 750 नैनोमीटर, नो डाउट इट इज़ ऑन द स्केल ऑफ नैनोज, बट it won't be considered under this technology because its range is from 1 to 100 nanometer. ठीक है, चलिए. नैनो टेक्नोलॉजी इन्फ्लुएंसेस ऑलमोस्ट ऑल एरियाज ऑफ आवर लाइफ इंक्लूडिंग मटेरियल्स, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स, कंप्यूटर्स, टेलीकम्युनिकेशन, इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी, मेडिसिन, हेल्थ, एनवायरनमेंट, दिस थिंग. With the help of nanotechnology, we are applying this nanotechnology in the field of agriculture. Like we are developing biosensors, we are developing bio nano fertilizers. ठीक है, in the field of medicine we are developing nanobots, we are developing nanomedicines. Even in the field of environment, for the purpose of bioremediation to degrade the pollutant, we are developing our nanotechnology. In the field of space, to launch the satellites, we know that satellites derive the power from solar panels, and if we are constructing the solar panels with the help of nanoparticles, the weight of the satellite will get reduced, so it is very easy to lift. ठीक है? So let us deal with some history. Let us okay. Sorry. चलिए, हिस्ट्री ऑफ डेवलपमेंट ऑफ नैनोटेक्नोलॉजी, हिस्ट्री ऑफ डेवलपमेंट ऑफ नैनोटेक्नोलॉजी. ठीक है, just we have to develop a basic idea regarding its development. Okay, the concept behind this principle originated in a talk entitled "There's Plenty of Room at the Bottom." There's plenty of rooms at the bottom, by physicist Richard Feynman. ठीक है, 1959. Because of this talk, it leads to the development of nanotechnology. It leads to the development of nanotechnology. The term nanotechnology was actually coined by Professor Norio Taniguchi in 1974. In 1974. In 1981, because of the development of two tools, like a scanning tunneling microscope and atomic force microscope. Because of the development of these two tools, we are able to observe the thing at the microscopic level. Not at the microscopic level, but at the nano level, nanoscale level. So we are able to study at what happens at the nano level, and because of the development of these two tools, it leads to the development of proper nanotechnology. ठीक है? Now, properties of material with nano dimension. What are the properties? देखिए क्या होता है, ठीक है? Suppose, means if we are converting a material from the bulk to its nano level, there are lots of properties that will change. ठीक है? वो change क्यों होते हैं, and what are the changes, we will study. The properties of materials with nanometer dimensions are significantly different from those of atoms and bulk materials. क्यों ऐसा होता है? Because of reasons like, one, the particles at nanoscale levels, they are having higher surface area with respect to volume. Means one is higher surface area with respect to volume. ठीक है, क्या होता है समझते हैं पहले. जैसे if you are converting a material from its bulk to the nanoscale level, what will, for the first property is that its surface area will get increased. Its surface area will get increased. एक एग्जाम्पल कंसिडर करते हैं. सपोज वी आर हैविंग ए सैंडस्टोन. सपोज एक मान के चलिए, दिस इज माई फ्लोर. ओके, ये फ्लोर का सरफेस एरिया है. ओके, दिस इज माई फ्लोर. ओके, लेट अस सी. दिस इज माई फ्लोर. ओके, दिस इज माई फ्लोर. ये इसका सरफेस एरिया है. ठीक है ना. अभी मान के चलिए वी आर हैविंग वन बल्क मटेरियल कॉल्ड सैंडस्टोन. मान के चलिए एक सैंडस्टोन है. ठीक है, सैंडस्टोन है. इट्स लेव इस साइज का. सो व्हेन विल कीप दिस सैंडस्टोन ओवर हेयर, तो द सरफेस एरिया इज दिस मच ओनली. लेकिन if we are dividing it, crushing it, then it will be like this. ये काफ़ी छोटे छोटे लाइक सेंट्स हो जाएंगे, सेंट्स, एंड नाउ दिस सेंट विल गेट स्प्रेड ओवर दिस कंप्लीट एरिया। ठीक है, तो आप देख सकते हैं कि अगर एक बल्कि सैंड स्टोन है तो वो एक जस्ट इट विल कवर 1/10 of the particular area, 1/10 of the particular area, but if we are crushing it, converting it into sand particles, then काफ़ी कम मात्रा में ही ये पूरा सैंड को ये पूरा एरिया को कवर कर लेगा, तो इसका सरफेस एरिया काफ़ी बढ़ गया, सरफेस एरिया काफ़ी बढ़ गया। और सरफेस एरिया बढ़ने से ही क्या होता है, प्रॉपर्टीज विल चेंज, प्रॉपर्टीज विल चेंज। ठीक है, चलिए, सो रीजन बिहाइंड प्रॉपर्टी चेंजेस आर particles at nanometer scale have a larger surface area, compared to the same amount of material at the normal scale level। हमने इसको समझ लिया। अब जो दूसरा प्रॉपर्टी है, the quantum effects becomes more significant, especially when it is less than 20 nanometers। जो quantum effects है, it is dominant when the material dimension is less than 20 nanometer। ठीक है, electromagnetic forces becomes disproportionately predominant over forces of gravity acting on the particles। ठीक है, now we'll see what are the properties and we'll see what are the properties। ठीक है, the first property electrical properties, that is इलेक्ट्रिकल प्रॉपर्टीज। क्या होता है, देखिए, इलेक्ट्रिकल कंडक्टिविटी ऑफ ए मटेरियल रिड्यूसेस, इलेक्ट्रिकल कंडक्टिविटी ऑफ मेटल रिड्यूसेस while that of graphite increases। ठीक है, जैसे ये मान के चलिए ग्रेफाइट है, दिस इज अ ग्रेफाइट। अगर हम इस ग्रेफाइट को नैनो स्केल पे कन्वर्ट करते हैं, देन इट विल गेट कन्वर्टेड इनटू ग्रेफाइन। अगर ग्रेफाइट को हम नैनो स्केल पे जाके स्टडी करते हैं, देन इट विल गेट कन्वर्टेड इनटू ग्रेफाइन। ठीक है, देन इट विल गेट कन्वर्टेड इनटू ग्रेफाइन, और ग्रेफाइन जो है बेस्ट कंडक्टर, इट इज द बेस्ट कंडक्टर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी। ठीक है, केमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज में भी चेंजेस आता है। जैसे मान के चलिए गोल्ड है, इट इज जनरली केमिकली इनर्ट, मतलब वो किसी के साथ रिएक्ट नहीं करेगा। गोल्ड जो है इट इज केमिकली इनर्ट, वो जनरली किसी के साथ रिएक्ट नहीं करेगा। But when we are going to convert the gold at nano scale level, then it will also become reactive, that means chemically very active। प्लेटिनम है, वो भी जनरली क्या होता है, केमिकली इनर्ट रहता है, लेकिन when you are going to convert the platinum into its nano scale, then it is a very good catalyst। फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज, अगर हम कोई भी मटेरियल्स को कन्वर्ट करते हैं नैनो स्केल लेवल पे, तो उसका फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज भी चेंज होता है। जैसे हमने ग्रेफाइट को कन्वर्ट किया, तो जब ग्रेफाइट व्हेन इट इज कन्वर्टेड टू नैनो स्केल लेवल, इट इज ग्रेफिन, और जो ग्रेफिन है इट इज द हार्डेस्ट सब्सटेंस नोन, ग्रेफिन जो है हार्डेस्ट सब्सटेंस, हार्डेस्ट मटेरियल नोन। ठीक है ना, हार्डेस्ट मटेरियल नोन, इट इज 3 times हार्डर देन स्टील। तो हमने देखा व्हेन वी आर कन्वर्टिंग द मटेरियल इनटू इट्स नैनो स्केल लेवल, द properties will change, the physical, if we consider the physical properties in the case of like graphite, if we are converting it into its nano scale level, then it will become very stronger। chemical properties will also change, the gold which is chemically inert will become chemically active if it is get converted into nanoscale level। ठीक है, okay। Now we'll see its application, ठीक है। So till now we have studied what is nanotechnology। The technology that works in between 1 to 100 nanometer is called nanotechnology। If we are converting any material in this range, some properties will change, because why? First is its surface area will increase, second, electromotive force will become more predominant with respect to gravity force, quantum effects will be more, it will also become dominant at nano scale. ठीक है, अब हम लोग पढ़ते हैं थोड़ा इसका एप्लीकेशन, ठीक है. सो नैनो टेक्नोलॉजी, we can see its application in the field of environment, in the field of manufacturing, in the field of transportation, in the field of agriculture, in the field of life sciences, in the field of material, in the field of energy, in the field of electronics. When I will take a series on this nanotechnology, we will see each one separately, how nanotechnology has benefited environment, how nanotechnology is being applied in the field of manufacturing, in the field of agriculture. Just to get acquainted with nanotechnology, I have prepared some of the application. Yes. Whenever we are studying nanotechnology, these are the few tools like carbon nanotubes, quantum dots, fluorines, dendrimers, nanosensors, and nanochips. With the help of these tools, we are using in different aspects. जैसे देखते हैं पहले, देखिए, this is my see, अगर जो ग्रेफाइट है, ग्रेफाइट जो है, ठीक है ना, ग्रेफाइट है, ठीक है. If we are converting it into nanoscale, ठीक है, graphite when it is getting converted into nanoscale, we will get graphene. Graphene is hardest material, ठीक है. Graphene is hardest material. तो देखिए, this is our graphene structure. One atom layer. This is one atom layer, ठीक है. This is one atom layer. Now both this graphite से graphene बना. ग्रेफिन नैनो स्केल पे. ये जो ग्रेफिन है, when we are folding it, this is our graphene, when we are folding it like this, then it has become carbon nanotube. ये देखिए, इसको हमने फोल्ड कर दिया. We have converted this into this cylindrical structure. This cylindrical structure. तो सिलिंड्रिकल जो वन एटम थिक है ग्रेफिन, उसको हमने सिलिंड्रिकल स्ट्रक्चर में कन्वर्ट कर दिया. नाउ इट इज बिकम ए कार्बन नैनोट्यूब. देख सकते हैं आप, इट इज फोल्डेड एंड कन्वर्टेड इनटू सिलिंड्रिकल स्ट्रक्चर. जस्ट नाउ वी विल सी nanotechnology in the field of agriculture. How it has benefited agriculture. Nanosensor and nano-based smart delivery systems. Could help in the efficient use of agriculture, natural resources like water, nutrients, and chemicals through precision farming. Though the use of nanomaterials and GPS with satellite imaging of fields, farm managers could remotely detect crop pest and evidence of stress such as drought. Once pest for drought is detected, there would be automatic adjustment of pesticide application or irrigation. Let us see from this diagram, then we will have a better idea. Okay. See, this is our precision agriculture. ठीक है. देखते हैं क्या होता है. In precision agriculture, we are using nano technology like nanosensor sensor, nano sensor, nano sensor that is fitted on the surface of the field, on the surface of the field, surface of the field, nano sensor. After that we are having nano fertilizer. After we are having nano fertilizer. अब क्या होता है, these nano sensors are there, they are fitted across the field, and with the help of GPS, we are continuously monitoring the field. How GPS will monitoring the field? The satellite, it will monitor like drought condition and all those conditions. Apart from that, it will also monitor the carbon content, soil moisture. First thing, with the help of GPS. Second thing, like nano sensors are there, it will continuously monitor the quality of soil. Nano sensor coupled with GPS, they will give feedback. To our computer. कि हाँ, now these pesticides are there, moisture content is less, we have to apply this type of nutrients. This computer will give feedback to these drones. Okay, with the help of nano sensors, we come to know that yeah, the soil property is missing, nutrients, lots of pesticides are there, moisture content is less, and through computer it has given feedback to drones. Now this drone will apply fertilizers, will apply nutrients, will give moisture, will give water to the soil, but here it is applying fertilizer in the form of nano, that is nano fertilizer. Now what is the benefit of using this nano fertilizer? First, it dissolves slowly. ये काफ़ी slowly dissolve करेगा. Second, because of this runoff is very less. Even we are applying nutrients in the form of nanonutrients. This is our precision agriculture. Application in medical field. Drug delivery. Generally क्या होता है? Suppose we are having infection. In our leg or in our stomach. So we will take medicine. And the medicine will get dissolved and reach each and every cell. Reach to the different part of the body. But वो उस infected portion पे भी reach होता है. The pill or the medicine will reach to that infected portion also, and will get cured. But we have to see at the same time that जो drug हमने लिया है, it reaches to the healthy cell. Also. With the help of this nanotechnology, we are having targeted drug delivery. With the help of nanotechnology. कैसे? देखिए लिखा, drug delivery. Nanoparticles are used for site-specific drug delivery in the morbid region only. Targeted medicine reduces drug consumption and side effects. This highly selective approach and can reduce cost and pain to the patient. देखिए, this is my robot. What we will do? We will fill the robot with medicine, and there will be some programming in the robot. This robot will reach to the infected portion. And inject the medicine. So this is targeted approach. So side effect is very less. Same in the case of antibacterial treatment wound treatment, all this, all the things can become targeted. All the things can become targeted. Cancer repair, nanorobots. Nanorobots could be programmed to repair a specific disease cell functioning in a similar way to antibodies of a natural healing process. Nanorobot or nanobots. इसको हम लोग क्या करेंगे, प्रोग्राम कर देंगे, इसको प्रोग्राम कर देंगे. इसमें कुछ this is our nanorobots. Will fill the nanorobots with some medicine so that it reaches to targeted infected cell, targeted infected cells. ठीक है. सी ठीक है. देखिए, this is our nanobots. This is our nanobots या nanorobots. देखिए, how this is injecting the medicine into the particular cell, how it is injecting the medicine to a particular cell. Now we will see application. We will see its application in the field of environment. Application in the field of environment. Researchers have demonstrated that an array of silicon nanowires embedded in a polymer result in low cost but high efficiency sugar cells. ठीक है. See, windmills are there. This is our windmills. ठीक है. This is our windmill. Now with the help of carbon nanotubes whose strength, which are having very good strength, and it is very light in weight. Strength भी अच्छा है, light in weight है. ठीक है. So with the help of this property, we are able to construct windmill blades. जो windmill के blade होते हैं, we can construct it with the help of carbon nanotube structure. Which are having a very good strength, and it is very light in weight. चलिए. Using photocatalytic copper tungsten oxide nanoparticles to break down oil into biodegradable compounds. So with the help of this nanotechnology, we are able to biodegrade the oil. Okay, now we will see application in the field of space. Application in space field. Employing materials made from carbon nanotubes to reduce the weight of spacecraft. देखिए, जो कार्बन नैनो ट्यूब्स है, इट इज मेड फ्रॉम ये ग्रेफाइट होता है. ग्रेफाइट, when you are converting it into nano scale, it will become graphene. इसको जब हम फोल्ड करते हैं, when it is folded, it is nothing but carbon nanotube. Which are having good strength. We can say 300 times more than that of steel, and very light in weight. ठीक है. So using this property, that is very good in strength and light in weight, spacecraft can be prepared using these carbon nanotubes, so that its strength will be more, but simultaneously it is very light in weight. It is very light in weight. Second, carbon nanosensors. Carbon nanosensors can be deployed in Martian atmosphere to detect the traces of water and other chemicals. Carbon nanosensors. The nanosensors are, the nanosensors basically works, nanosensor size is in between 1 to 100 nanometers. They are made from quantum dots. They are made from quantum dots, and they are having very good sensibility. So using these nanosensors, we can detect the presence of water and some other chemicals on Mars. This is our satellite. So we are mounting solar panels. Why solar panels are mounted on the satellite? To provide power to satellite. Provide power to satellite. ठीक है, प्रोवाइड पावर टू सैटेलाइट. जितना कम वेट रहेगा सैटेलाइट का, उतना ही कम it requires fuel. Now if we are constructing this solar panel with carbon nanotube, what will happen? Its strength, it will be very good, plus it will become light in weight. So using carbon nanotubes to build solar panels. This solves the problem of having to lift enough fuel into orbit to power the spacecraft during interplanetary missions. If we are making solar panels that is mounted on the satellite with carbon nanotubes, its strength will be more, and simultaneously its weight will reduce. Now we will see some of the challenges. First is, the most immediate challenge in nanotechnology is that we need to learn more about materials and their properties at the nanoscale. We know that when we are converting any materials into its nanoscale level, most of the property will change because its surface area will increase, and more quantum effects. It means at that scale quantum effects will get dominant. Like when you are converting any substance into its nanoscale level, first chemical properties will change. As already I have stated, gold that is chemically inert at this level will become chemically active. Physical strength will change. Graphite will get converted into graphene, that is the hardest substance known, and electrical properties will also change. So this is one of the biggest challenge. Whenever we want to convert anything into its nanoscale, we have to consider what are the properties that will change if it attains nanoscale level. Second, because elements at the nanoscale behave differently than they do behave in the bulk form, there's a concern that some nanoparticles would become toxic. If you are converting the material into its nanoscale, there is high possibility that its toxicity will get increased. Some doctors worry that the nanoparticles are so small that they could easily cross the blood-brain barrier, a membrane that protects the brain from harmful chemicals in the bloodstream. Nanoparticles or nanomedicines, nanobots, whatever it is so small that there is high possibility as claimed by some doctors that it can that it can cross blood-brain barrier, that it can cross blood-brain barrier. That means it is a membrane. It is a membrane that protects the brain from harmful chemicals in the bloodstream. It has the potential, nanoparticles, it has the potential to pollute the environment, Okay. Because nanoparticles are very small, they are very difficult to degrade, and may easily pass on from one person to another, in the process becoming agents of elements. That means the nanoparticles are so small in size that it is very difficult for them to degrade, and because of this there is a high possibility that it can enter the food chain. And start accumulating in the human tissue, There are some hefty social concerns about nanotechnology too. Nanotechnology may also allow us to create more powerful weapons, both lethal and non-lethal. With the help of this nanotechnology, suppose one example, generally aluminium, if we are converting the aluminium at its nanoscale level, it will become highly explosive. Aluminium, when it is converted into nanoscale, it will become explosive. So it is a social concern. It is a solely social concern. Apart from that, the weapons at the nanoscale level, it is very difficult to absorb them. It is very difficult to detect them. So this is the social concern. So in this lecture, I have just outlined what is nanotechnology, what is its scale, what are the properties that will change if we are converting any material from its bulky to its nanoscale level. And apart from that, we have seen its application in the field of agriculture, how with the application of nanosensors, with the application of nanofertilizers, coupled with GPS and information technology, we can increase the yield, and simultaneously we can reduce the nutrients, fertilizers runoff. We have seen its application in the field of medicine, how with the application of nanobots, how with the application of nanomedicines, how the things have become very targeted in nature. We can particularly target the infected cell. We have seen its application in the field of environment, and what are the potential challenges we have also studied. Basically, nanotechnology, to understand nanotechnology, we will start a series on our paid portal. There it will be like 4 to 5 series will be there. We will learn each and every aspects slowly and gradually. So I would like to end my session here. Thanks everyone.